Don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone? 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun?
Yeah, his baby said that they don't got a future like that. It burns, so give him something worse to kill his head with, make him forget somehow. Might be that another day she would've wished he stayed, but they're done. Sorry's won't be enough this time. Yeah, he's calling all his friends to get some action and distract him right now. He's fine, got Lucy on the line, let's get this started. Where's the party tonight? I feel good, nothing weighs me down. I can't believe my luck right now. Red eyes while he said, don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone? Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Ooh, who needs a job to pay the rent? He's busy. Gotta feel free sometimes, right? What doesn't make you will only make you stronger if you believe what they say. Might be that another day she would've wished he stayed, but they're done. Red eyes while he said, don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone? Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Baby said that they don't got a future like that. It hurts, so giving something worse to pass the time. Don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone? Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have some fun?
I can get you through this when it hurts and it's bad, yeah. Don't ever feel like you're all alone when it's bad. I can get you through this when it hurts and it's bad, yeah. Don't ever feel like you're all alone when it's bad. I can get you through this when it hurts and it's bad, yeah. Don't ever feel like you're all alone when it's bad. I can get you through this when it hurts and it's bad, yeah. Don't ever feel like you're all alone when it's bad. I can get you through this. I can get you through this, yeah.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Late Night Charts with Road Dogg. I'm your host, Lane, here at Road Dogg Crypto. And if it's your first time joining us, we just chill out here late at night, looking at the crypto charts, trying to find some winners, going over some of the things that we've been into, what we like, putting on the charts, seeing if it's going to cook up and make us some money over this next bull run. There may be some day trades. There'll be lots of swing trades. We like to swing trades around here. But today, we're focusing mostly, not exclusively, but mostly leaning a little bit toward Ethereum pairs today. A couple of them that are worth looking at. And let's stop looking at the pretty girls and the sausage that is eyeballing her and get into the charts.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
We seem to have a discrepancy there with our musical system. So here I am on the 1 minute chart again. It's probably a bad habit of me to start these streams off on the 1 minute chart. But this is where the action's at right now, because Bitcoin finally quit going down. Found a bottom here about just a little over 29, a little under 29,100, and decided, hey, I'm going to go the other way for a little while. And I'm like, okay, because my liquidation point was really getting close on the little degen plays I've been doing. In my boredom, very tiny amount, playing some degen plays. Win some, lose some. It has not been incredible, but if Bitcoin can continue going up from here for a little bit, it could be. Shout out to Strega Heart and Grizzoso. How you guys doing, man? Turtle. It is a slow market. Boring. So boring. Well, the first thing we need to look at today, it being Sunday, is the end of the week. We got a weekly candle close. Was it exciting? Was it glorious? Was it just amazing? No, it's kind of a bummer. It was this little guy here, this little spinning top looking guy. Yay! So we're kind of still stuck between the green, the 9 moving average, and the 21 on the weekly. We're still edging our way up toward the top of this Ichimoku cloud, this big red blob that I've got here. Been tracking that for a while. It's typically no man's land. I think by official strategy for Ichimoku cloud, you're not supposed to trade while you're inside the cloud. It's just like neutral territory, is a land of uncertainty. But what we usually find is that when you get into this cloud, it likes to just kind of suck you into it, hold you in here, and then spit you out on the other side. And, you know, I don't mind seeing Bitcoin getting spit out somewhere around 33,000. So that's what I'm waiting for in the long haul. So weekly indicators are just kind of blah. I mean, nothing exciting going on. We've already kind of had a little run up here on the weekly, kind of settling down. The biggest thing to notice is that on the weekly, money flow is still in the green. It's leveled out, doing nice. Other indicators such as this yellow part, volume weighted average price, VWAP, leveling out. Stochastics, maybe leveling out. Well, definitely leveling out. Maybe taking another turn to the upside. Maybe a green dot coming here soon. Could be. A little way too early to tell. MACD doesn't look as great. It's technically a little bit bearish here. Now on our histogram here, peaks are coming down, and the peaks on these averages here are coming down as well. A little bit of bearish divergence there because our price is going up, signifying, hey, from the peak here coming down, which we've done. So I guess the question on everybody's mind is how far further can it come down? And well, we just have to see, don't we? Right now we're finding support here at 29,000. It's a great start. We may have already found our bottom, tapping off of this 21 moving average, because if that fails, we're coming back down here to 27.5. So far, I'd say that we're doing pretty good. And coming to the daily, daily's got a great start. The daily started with this beautiful wick, which means buying pressure. So it sucks that we're in the middle of this Kentucky-looking state of Kentucky-looking green cloud, because they tend to suck us down into my bargain area here, maybe a little below. Not really wanting that to happen. We are below the 9, trying to find support on the 21 here on the daily. So we got to watch it. It looks like it wants to try to come up and recover the 9 moving average on the daily. So maybe a little upswing, that maybe we can get some more momentum to more upside, closer to 30,000. But a little too early to tell. Here's what all the action's happening on the 4 hour. Still a little too early to tell. You're going to be that guy. You're going to be that guy that says it's too early to tell. It could go up, it could go down, or it could go sideways. You're that guy, aren't you? We're finding support here on the 100 moving average. Got a nice wick. This is on regular candles, and that looks good. That looks promising. Same thing on Ichimoku candles. It's just that our moving averages are, they're a little bearish, man. They're wanting to kind of sell off here a little bit. Things here on the 4 hour moving average wise indicate to me a possible more downside. Son, you better think about closing that long you're so excited about right now on that 1 minute time frame. Because that 1 minute long, I don't know how long the longer one go. Here on the 1 hour, for some of you shorter term trader guys, we are coming into Monday, and Monday's typically kind of a wild day for Bitcoin. So, and usually kind of bearish. They just like to just wash everybody out. All the weekend traders and everything, just kind of mess with them and mess with their positions. Biggest thing to see on the 1 hour is that we're under the 200 movement average. So this is a lot like also a bearish retest. That wick's got me wondering if we can actually break up and get above that 200 moving average and make some higher grounds. The wick suggests that we could. There's some other indicators here on the 1 hour suggesting that may happen too. I hope so. Because I probably want to take a little bit of profit before this more possible downside comes. So getting above 29.4, that will be a feat. That will be something to celebrate if we can do that tonight. And it could show some more upward action. But man, gotta watch this one close. 1 minute looks great. And I'm watching this because I am in the trade from down here in these areas. So 1 minute, I like to watch it because I can see the beginning of moves. If the bigger time frames are telling me, hey man, something's about to happen, you can kind of come down on the 1 minute and, get the latest scoop on it and see what's really happening. So this is the actual turnaround. This is the actual reversal right here from this wick. And we can see that the 50 moving average has crossed the 200. That's our confirmation. That's our golden cross. So first price had to get above the 9 moving average. Then all your moving averages had the 9 had to start crossing them all. Price had to get above the 200 moving average. It'll bring in the 9 moving average with it, right? And so once we get above the 200 moving average, even on the 1 minute, that's bullish. That's signifying, hey, possible trend change. We get to 50 crossing the 200. Well, I am taking that as, well, yeah, this is it, baby. Now, she could do something devious and just slam down and just throw our TA out of hell, but typically this works out. So that's a good sign that for temporarily, I would say for the next hour or something, we got a little bit more room where we may be coming on the upside. I don't know that we're actually getting that this is a bottom. For all you people in the trade at the moment, because we got to get above that 200, and these other moving averages look like they do not want to play ball with that idea. So, Stragus is waiting for it all to drain. So there are some cool things I want to go over with you guys tonight. Going through and laying out some setups. But I've been looking mostly at Ethereum pairs. So before we get too, I don't want to stray off topic too much. So this is the state of Bitcoin, basically. Kind of bleh, sideways, which is, you know, could be good. She may be coming down. I do have this one chart that I'm looking at. And I'm looking, this is the one that's telling me it's not falling within these patterns, and it doesn't have to. It's more of the levels than it is so much price staying within like the triangle. But I'm paying attention to this harmonic pattern just to see if it plays out, and it starts looking doubtful as it starts going sideways, but then here we get these big drops. This harmonic pattern suggests that we could be coming back down to about 28.8 again, retest that area. A few other signs that support that theory too. So what I'm looking for overall is maybe watching this idea to see if it plays out, and then with that wick coming down here, we're flirting with the idea anyway of coming back to about 28.8. And this is on the 4-hour time frame. Now, if this happens, where'd you go, little brush tool? So if this were to happen, come here, brush tool. We could be coming down here, and it may even do a retest. But then it should return back to the upside. This is actually a bullish pattern, believe it or not. It's telling us going down here to this 28.8 level. It's actually indicating from this type of M top that this would be a likely candidate, a highly good candidate for a good reversal here at this level. So just keeping that in mind for the future. Now we can take a look at total 2 or total 3. Total 3 took a hit today, this past 4 hours, man. Not good there. Swung to the downside of these moving averages, all three of them. Say what? So this may be, we're talking about the possibility of having, you know, a couple of down weeks in the altcoins. Before hopefully getting a little boost up, and basing this on the monthly chart for this, with these juicy little green dots we got here and some of the other indicators. It's just going to take it a while to actually work its way down to these time frames that we're on now, right? Because they're kind of bearish. So we're looking at the possibility of that kind of being south and sideways for a little bit, and then getting a bump up, coming back into our major pattern, bringing us back up to this trend line, this white one up here. What we're hoping to play out, but could it do something else? Yeah, I mean, it could. We could. This whole big, gorgeous looking inverted head and shoulders could fail. That would suck hugely. Throw a big kink in pretty much everybody's plans for alt season and the coming bull market, probably. Could happen, but the probabilities are still more on our side that we're just in a little slump, and it'll take us another week or two before we finally start regaining our ground and seeing some improvement out of our altcoins. That's particularly where I'm leaning to at the moment. Okay, so having said that, taking a look at things on the weekly, this is Sunday, getting prepared for the week coming up. Looking at the week past, where we've been, where we're going. It's kind of the state where we are right now, Bitcoin and altcoins. Now we're going to start turning our attention over to the altcoins, and let's go over the ones. Some of the ones we can share here. Now, I've been posting some of them over on the Telegram group. Links are in the description below us. At the current moment, this is still a free group. If that ever changes, it may become part of the YouTube membership, that $3 level or something crazy like that. Maybe, I don't know. Right now, it's free. The links in the description. There's 3 different areas that I've got over there, and what you want to look for is the Road Dog chart room. Go there, and this is divided up into 3 areas. Go to the trade setups, and then here are where I post these juicy little finds that I make. If I can get you over here, show you on this. Hello, what happened, man? Show you on this screen. I think you guys can see that, right? Pretty sure. So this is Power Ledger. So I just post them over there, basically. So what I'm trying to say is, if you come over to the Telegram group, you're more likely to catch these setups before you catch them on the lives. Okay. For that early bird access to some of these trade setups, things that we may be talking about that night. So, alrighty, let's start. First one on the list is FCT. Have no idea what this is. Permachain. And I don't know. I just know it started looking kind of interesting to me on the charts. This one's got potential. And I mean, we can take a quick look at it, but this is more of trading. And this one's in USDT. This one's against Tether. I think I got that one in the wrong spot. Let's move you up there. I don't even think you guys can see what I'm doing over here on the right-hand side of the screen because of my ads. Which I do need to talk about here in a minute. Over in this area. Hey, look at me. All right, so FCT, Permachain, nice bottoming area, right? The biggest thing that caught my attention on this was the fact that it's one of the few coins, and trust me, I went down a lot of lists today looking for these, that's above the 200 moving average on the daily. Also above the 9 moving average on the daily. There's a good chance it may not come back and hit this buy zone, which starts at this 200 moving average. And that's at 0.058. Currently, we're at 0.059. Just a little under 6 cents, basically, overall. Bottom of this buy zone is right at 5 cents. So between 5 and 6 cents looks like a good area to get in on this. This one's got a nice scalloped kind of dome between this W bottom. I am positive that is a bigger harmonic shape. However, for what we're trying to do here, that's irrelevant. So the first target I've got here is going to be at 0.75 cents. That's going to be a 27% return, jumping in here at 0.058. Next area is 0.088 cents, 50% return. So cool. Put $100 in, get $150 back. Third target I've got here is 0.099, so just right under a penny. Almost a 70% return. Throw in $100, gets $169 back. So, just one of them. Now we start getting into some of the ETH trades I've been looking at. This one's RLC, iExec Network. This little guy is not above the 200 moving average on the daily, but she's got some bullish activity that's really piquing my interest here. Now, when it comes to these daily charts, and if you see something that you like, you say, hey, yeah, I agree with you. I think there might be something here. The daily is just the start of it, okay? So we look at the daily and say, hey, something might be going on here, and then we can zoom in to the 4 hour. And then this is where it gets really kind of juicy, where we can kind of figure out, well, how are we going to enter this trade, right? When we come down to the 4 hour on this one, we can see this one's already in the middle of taking off. It's looking very nice on the 4 hour. Price has jumped up above the 200 moving average, riding that 9 moving average like your favorite puppy rides your leg because he's so happy to see you home. And he ain't got no girlfriend. And the 21 is just following right after it. This is extremely bullish. There's a good chance, a very good chance, it might be a minute before it comes into my buy zone. At 0.00068. Currently, this is at 0.0007. Now, that's about a 4% difference. All I'm saying, it's looking awfully juicy. And my biggest target that I'm looking for out of this one, next target up, 0.000924837, almost 38% return. If you were to FOMO in at this current price, it'd be about a 30% return. Four hour does have signs that this little baby wants to rock. There is always a chance for it to come back and retest this 200. It will at some point. Will it get you into the buy zone I've got here, or will you decide to say, screw that, I'm going to FOMO in now. I don't care about those 3 fractions of a penny. Those are the choices that you have to work through on your own trading journey. And to be honest, sometimes I do that. If I see a really good setup in the early stages, I'll jump in. Sometimes it works. So it doesn't always work. That's why if we're really managing our risk, we pay attention to stop losses. But better to get it here than when it pumps back up to this area and say, oh my gosh, it's going up. It's flagging out. We better get in. So we're still... This is like the preliminary FOMO. This is probably the safer FOMO period. Let's put it that way. But personally, your true buy signal will come when this 50 moving average crosses over that 200. The blue crosses my yellow line. That will be your official buy signal. This is kind of an early jump in. But anywhere, in my personal opinion, 0.00065 through where it is now, 0.007. Pretty cool. This one is expected to do pretty well in the bull market too. So if you're looking at this for more than a trade, maybe you get to moonbag it or something. Could happen. Might be some interesting returns there for you. See at least 5x potential up to some of these previous numbers from a couple years ago. More than likely, what we will see out of this is it kind of come into this area of about 0.00131415 through there, and probably ranging here for a little while though. But we're at the bottom of that range, so that's one reason why this one is kind of a juicy pick for me. And it's just showing signs even here on the weekly. It's got the green light here. We got the go ahead. Just getting started. Reclaim the non-moving average. It should, after breaking through, where did we last cross the 50? We should be coming back up to at least touch the 50. 0.009. 0.0009. And that one, I believe, is about close to a 30% return. So RLC iExec network. Just take a quick look at the tokenomics. Nothing too deep, no extreme deep dives or anything. So this coin has a circulating supply of 72 million, maximum supply 86 million. So far, so good, right? We're under $1 billion. I like that. Market cap is 93 million, still in the lower areas there. Still wonderfully low. Now Was that a double top coming to the downside? Just looking at things, always looking at things. But it's all-time high, $16. Now, did that get you excited? 16x possible? And if you're wondering what this one does, look, this is exchanged at a lot of places. Lots of liquidity there. It is a Coinbase exchange coin, so hey, got that. And what it is a leading provider of blockchain-based decentralized computing. It's utilized to organize a market network where people can monetize their computing power as well as applications and data sets. So we're going kind of on to that Web3 narrative here. iExec can support applications in fields such as big data, healthcare, AI, rendering, and fintech. And it was founded in 2016. This one's been around for a little while. It's just you know, it was before its time, basically. But a nice little OG coin that maybe starting to mature a little bit here. It started gaining some traction in the last bull market. So that was cool to see. I didn't expect it to go up to $16 because I was not in this one. I kept my eye on it, and I regretted not being in on it. So I'm keeping a closer eye on it this time. I know what it can do, so it's one to look at. RLC at bottoms right here, man. Actually, I'll pick some of that up today. So right now, when the market's just kind of crazy and everything, I'm trying to build some ETH bags, and several of these that we're looking at today, I actually did go in. I just like put 0.1 ETH in just to play around until things settle the freak out, man. So RLC to ETH, nice one to look at. Next one, POWR Ledger. All right, so let's take a look at POWR Ledger over here. POWR Ledger. 16 cents. Maximum supply is 1 billion. That's good these days. That's kind of the norm we're kind of shooting for on most things. POWR Ledger. Very cool idea, I think. Circulating supply is 50%, $500 million, right? $82 million market cap, still low, still very low. Remember, these guys will get up into the hundreds of millions, all right? And a lot of them, some of them into the $1 billion market caps. We're sitting here at 82. If this one takes off and gets to, let's add another zero there. It's your 10x. Could it go to 820? Well, it's done it before. This thing got up to all-time high of $2. It's currently at 16 cents. Available on Coinbase, Binance, UniSwap. Most of these well, all the ones I got on UniSwap. I've been playing around with UniSwap DeFi a lot lately. So, if you bought it late at night using Ethereum, gas fees are pretty decent, $3 to $4. And I'm sure there's other options on the layer 2s and things like that. We can definitely dive into that. But for tonight, we're just kind of looking what's easiest and quickest to get, which is UniSwap with ETH. POWR Ledger is a technology company. I think it's one, if I'm not mistaken, is in Australia. It is headquartered in Australia. POWR Ledger has over 30 clients across 11 countries, with representatives around the globe. POWR Ledger operates 2 blockchain layers and uses 2 tokens, the POWR Ledger and SPOX tokens. So a coin from down under. One to keep your eyes on. POWR Ledger on the charts. This is what I got for a setup on it. Come here, POWR Ledger. Don't go off nowhere. So the setups I got can get you up to, you can moonbag it. That's how that's where the targets are laying on this. So it's right smack dab in my buy zone. I'm on a weekly chart here. I actually charted this on the daily. Makes more sense on the daily. Daily has got the get go. Indicators are saying, hey. So we're at a point to where we're going to accumulate a little bit and then start working our way to the upside. Buy zone that I've got is about 0.00007955. This is to Ethereum. This is not to the dollar, remember? This is the POWR to Ethereum pair. And this particular chart is the one on UniSwap. And the top of my range is 0.000088. And price is currently right there. It's 0.00008698. You're in my buy zone right now. All right, so zooming out just a little bit, spreading this out. Bottom area, definite bottom area. Good sign. Came down and made a lower or a higher. Well, it's lower than this one over here. Lower than this one over here, but higher than this one over here. We're bottoming out in this area, and this one could take a little while. This is definitely a longer term play. But it's just got to come up to these levels, and this is not even the breakout level. We have a measured move that we can take from just this pattern, this channel that is in right here. That measured move, just in itself, guesstimating that we break out here, takes us up to the 618 Fibonacci area. This is killing two birds with one stone here. This is a measured move, which is also a 618 Fibonacci area. In layman's speak, this means this one's got double the chances to hit now. We got more probabilities that, hey, this level may actually come into play of being a very good target, 135% return. So, put $100 into this, you get back like 270, something crazy like that. Is that right? You get back your $135, dumbass.
Don't make me challenge you with my calculator, because I will whip it out in a heartbeat. Click, click, click. It's my calculator buttons. Yeah.
All right, Power Ledger looks kind of interesting. More of a longer term play, I'll give you that. And she can seem like a slow mover sometimes. I've got my eye on this one a little bit. I thought it got up past $2 though. I thought this one got up around 4 to 8, but perhaps I'm thinking about the other Power coin. So API 3 against Ethereum is on the upswing. Found this little bottom area in here. Did a little spring if we're doing the Wyckoff to look at. It's edging up to the 200 moving average. I think that's kind of cool. It's riding the 9's leg. Okay, we're riding above the 9, just crossed over the 100. We're getting an upswing, folks. We're starting to turn the tides here. Going around the corner, and it may take it a little while to kind of turn the tides here. Ichimoku Cloud has just been whoo. she still thinks she's going down. But things should be coming up. We should be seeing, we're currently sitting at 0.00064 API to wrapped ETH, and that could go up to the 7.6 area. From here, that's a nice 20% move. So, and it comes to, hey, you put 0.1 ETH and you get back 0.12, you know. But I'm looking for these bigger numbers. And I think this is kind of cool to look at over time. If we look at the weekly, zoom out. I mean, we're bottom territory. Look at how many times it has been way up through here. So the thought of, hey, growing my ETH with some of these tokens. My game plan was to do it with Bitcoin from the get-go, right? But I'm having to kind of wait for that dominant cycle to come into play to really reap the rewards there. But look at this, a 400% return on ETH. Put 0.1 ETH in there, you get 0.4 back. I guess that would be 0.5 total. So there's just some cool ideas here. Okay, so we're looking at the big time frames. Here's what's going on the 4 hour. 4 hour looks bullish as F overall. Now it should be going through a pullback now on some of the smaller time frames below the 4 hour, right? We want to consider that, but look what's going on here on the 4 hour, man. Got above the 200. Not only that, came back, retested it. We're still in these nice little bottom zones. It already pumped up here to 0.00084. Sucking through it again for a 30% move. So this is confirming a good upswing for me. These moving averages is lined up perfectly, lined up awesome. It's lost the 9, so going through a little bit of a correction. And when it loses the 9, it typically bounces off the 21 and sometimes visit the 50 as it continues its upward momentum. When we lose the 50, that's where we're kind of going sideways. We're going to be looking at the 100 and 200, and they're usually down a lot lower. So your really, really strong uptrends will always ride the 9s. Your good goers, the nice riders there, will, you know, fluctuate between the 9, come down to the 21. And then when it starts getting doubtful, it'll start flirting around with the 50. Then we got to start thinking, hey, we losing a little momentum here? What are you doing? You taking a break? We getting ready to turn around? Hey, let's talk. This one says, I still got some more to go. So just want to keep your eyes on there. API WETH. Targets I got at 0.00098, 0.0011, 0.0012. So look at these from current prices now. Up to this 618 fib area, 51%. Up to the 0.011 area, 73%. Up to the 0.0012 area, 85%. So you throw in 1 ETH, you get 1.85 ETH back if that scenario plays out. That's the kind of the way that I'm looking at all this. I'm not throwing in 1 ETH though. I'm being stingy with my ETH. But I will play with this idea. Alluvium I like, but Alluvium has already been on a tear, right? Alluvium's the best place was right down here at 0.022 area, right? Now I've got a buy zone where I think that it could come back to. The question is, I don't know when it will come back to that. When it loses the 9 moving average, it's going to seek out the 21, and it should be in this box somewhere between 0.024 and 0.0255-ish. In my opinion, that's a great place to get into Alluvium with Ethereum, UniSwap, or whatever exchange that you're on. You can trade it that way too. But nice potential to get some decent returns at 0.031, 0.033. Very nice target right up here, 0.0375 ETH. That gets you a 50% return there. But this one could do much, much bigger gains if you just kind of zoom out on the weekly. Look at this price history here. Well, kind of hard to get a sense with that. It had some wild weeks over here on this particular chart. According to this, it wicked up to 3.36 ETH. Sounds a little crazy, 1.69 ETH. We'll let that ride. I thought I had some different. Thought I had some more data. TLM, Alien Worlds Trillium. Kind of looking a little hot. Now it is still below the 200 moving average on the daily. Still in bearish territory, no doubt. But we got a bottom formation here. A lot like, remember REP, Augur? before it broke out to that big crazy leg up. Same thing that we're looking at right there. So we got this one. It's zoomed around. We found a bottom where the 9 moving average has crossed the 21 and the 50. Price is above the 9 moving average. That's the main thing to look at. Price is above the moving average, and it's just going up, reclaiming ground here. Buy zone that I have for this coin would be right here about 0.011, 0.0123. That seems to be about the buy here for most of the coins I think that we looked at. Main target I would look at is this 200 moving average on the day that's at 0.016. So very nice move there. Let's say if you get in at 0.012 and can make it up to there, that's a 36% return there on Alien Worlds. I'm sorry, we're not talking about Ethereum on this one. We're talking about BNB. This is on the BNB chain. This one is against BNB. My bad. I knew I had that one in there somewhere. So I'm also doing some of these trades over on the through the Trust Wallet on Binance Smart Chain, because I would like to grow my BNB bags, and if I can find some good places to help me do it, I'm all for that. 36% gain, maybe. Okay, this one I thought was interesting. This is ELF. The chart just looked like it's getting ready to just do something astounding. I mean, look at this on the daily. Prices just shot up. Look at that. Look at the angle on that 200 moving average. 100 came up, bounced down, and now it's curving around. But price is above the 200 moving average on the daily, so that's instantly bullish. 9 moving average getting ready to cross it. 21. I mean, all the moving averages are just they're crossing, getting all set up. The strength behind this 200 moving average is very interesting to me. So I've got a buy zone here between 0.00015 and 0.0001581. So not that big of a range technically. Currently, the price is just sitting right above that 0.0001575. So this whole range where your moving averages are right now, excellent buy zone. And I am expecting it to make it up here to the 618 area at 0.0001893. That area, that's a 22% return. There are some other areas here too. It's just very interesting to see the strength, what I'm seeing there on the daily. Other place I would be looking at is about this 0.0002 area. That should give you, is that the 2% return? That's matching up with their 200 weekly moving average there. When you zoom out on the weekly, you can definitely see a bottoming kind of theme going on here. And we do make a higher low here off of the 150 moving averages here on the weekly. This one's starting to turn around, and possibility it may be an interesting long-term hold as far as Ethereum go, because if it could get back into these areas, that's a 6x. Taking a long time to do it, but something interesting to look at there. ELA, Elastos, on the daily, also looking really good. Riding above the 9. Now it's due for a pullback. It needs to come back and correct, and that's where, comes back to the right area, we can jump in. That right area will be right here. We need to see it lose that 9 moving average and come back and retest this 21, and that will give us an excellent entry. Pull you up here, baby. Put you in our buy area, bargain area. It's my buy zone. I say buy it. If it gets there, I'm going to buy it. They bought it today. No. So we can get this little guy there, right? Moving average is looking beautiful in the middle of the Ichimoku cloud. We've talked about this on Bitcoin. It'll eventually spit us out, but it is going to pull back. So pulling back to 0.00075, currently at 0.00079. Okay, so where can we go? First target would be 0.00097. And that'd be about a 32% return there. I would entertain the idea of getting this target for a longer term trade. 0.00136. And that one would be about an 86% return. Possible if you're willing to hold it that long. Definitely good area to get in, though. When you get in at the bottoms here, if you buy a big enough bag, you got enough to kind of just unleash as price goes up, taking your profits along the way. 786 area right here at 0.00107 also looks kind of nice and juicy, and that would be a 46% return right there. So thinking that these are looking kind of interesting, maybe an idea here. Some of these you may want to think about. I mean, not jump in immediately. This one looks like it could possibly have some time for accumulation until you can start looking in on the daily. The daily kind of just tells you right here is where you need to get in. And a little bit above it now, but a pullback. Nice and juicy. One other I want to take a look at is KNC. Looking at it on the daily because I kind of like what we got here. It's already popped up once right there. It popped up to 0.00059 Ethereum, right? Remember, we're doing this in Ethereum, not dollars today. And it's getting ready to reclaim this 200. Hasn't done it officially yet, but we are above the 9, reclaiming the 21. Things are looking good here. Moving averages suggest, hey, we're doing a turnaround, early stages of it. In my opinion, it's a risky time to jump in, but I'm not opposed to it. You know, just be aware. You can set tight stop losses. Indicators on the daily say we're ready to rock, baby. KNC are ready to do something, so I got into a little bit of that today. Now coming down to the 4 hour. Oh, 4 hour looks nice. That price came down, retested the 200, bounced off it. Moving average is looking beautiful. Riding the 9, getting ready to claim to 100. It'll take it a little bit of time and a little bit of struggle, but it'll be getting through this 4 hour. Even got the blessing on the market cipher, the little coveted big boy green dot right there. KNC, definitely one I think to keep your eye on, especially in the Ethereum pairs. Hey, coming back over the check. Hey, Chef's in the house. Hey, shout out, Chef. Man, what's up? Oh, no problem, my man. Been out of pocket. Hey, it's summertime, baby. What are you going to do? Enjoy life. Striker says he's waiting for some more discounts. Chef says the ETF hype is over. Is it for now? Let's see, was there anything else on here that looked very good to me today? I went over most of the ones that I intended to that looked like they were taking off. Terra looked interesting. I think it already took off though, right? Taraxa. This is the daily. Yeah, that one's too crazy. This little guy should come back down to about these areas. Hooray, baby. How much of a move was that? Whoa, dang. This is 181% right there. Really? Okay, I'm going to pay more attention to this one. We got some nice numbers coming out. It's just too late to do anything now. A lot of support here. Got support resistance there, down and sideways. Should be coming down and sideways. 618 is there, but I'd be looking for this juicy 786. That's where I'd want to get in on this one. I think it's got a good chance of doing it. Losing the 50 moving average, 100's coming. You know, the sucker's going to dip down too. If you can target it there, man, get in here. I say, and this is Taraxa against Ethereum. 0.0000226 area. We're at the 786 move. Price comes back down here and get in. It just coming back up. That's the high it just now made, which is what 0.00. Gosh, that's a lot of zeros. 0.000007347 Ethereum. Oh man, that's a 2x. You'd be cheesy like me and throw in 0.1 to ETH, you know, and then come back out with 0.3. I'm okay with that. That's exactly what I'm looking for right now. So put you on my radar. Taraxa. Sounds like Teresa. Taraxa, I told you get off that phone, girl. My mama, I'm talking to Shanae. Taraxa, don't make me tell you again. And God said, let there be Bitcoin, and it was good exactly. 'Tis my message right there. I think it may come in handy saving us from some very desperate times that seem to be going to get here kind of quicker than I anticipated. Perfect thing to help save us from the CBDC stuff going on. So I think God looks out for us. So in an odd way, yeah, I do think it's divinely inspired. All right, guys, that is all I got tonight. I thank you very much for joining me. Tomorrow, I found out I'm going to be on the road, so I'm going to try to take this laptop setup with me with a few modifications. Seemed to do pretty good last time when we were in Tennessee, so I'll try to stream it. If I'm not streaming, it's the hotel's fault. I'm blaming it all on them and their Wi-Fi. But I think I'll be doing that for one night, maybe 2 nights, and then we'll be back in the home studio again. All right, you guys have a good night, and hopefully see you here tomorrow night. Trade carefully, and don't get that crypto, baby. Make that money. Make that life-changing money. This is the best time to be in crypto. Guys, take care.
Come on, come here, boy. Come on.
You got this, baby.
You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze.
Man, you need to leave a more manly note than that, dog.
Make it look like you're so ice.
You got this, baby. You go, girl.
You was fine, never mind. Unpredictable. Feet eye off the ground, you ain't no one. You a star, blow it up like supernova. In the nighttime, hit my hotline. Sharing secrets, you was part your life. Basic bullets, with no bullets.
Road dog, you need a haircut. You tried to think about doing something maybe asymmetrical, you could do a little side a little bit. I think that looks so cute on you.
Please go. Good night, everybody.